These hidden iPhone camera features you might not know about. Even when you're in photo mode, if you tap and hold on the shutter button, it'll start video. If you let go, it will stop the video. But if you tap, hold down, and then drag to the right, it will lock it into video mode and continue filming. Now you have two buttons down here on the right and left. This one will pause the video. This is different than stopping the video. So if you play the video again, it continues recording the same clip. So this will all be saved as one clip, even though you paused and continued filming. On the right, you have a shutter button. So if you tap this, it will take photos while continuing to film the video. So you can see the video is still counting down up here, and I'm going and taking photos. It doesn't really look like anything's happening, but when you go into the Photos app, you'll find that you have one video that was recorded over this entire duration, and then photos that were taken anytime you press this button. The other cool thing that this button does is that if you tap, hold on it, and then drag up, it will smoothly zoom in and out. Now you probably already knew that you can pinch to zoom, but this is really handy if you're filming one-handed. As you've already seen, tapping and holding on the shutter button starts filming, but if you tap, hold, and then quickly drag to the left, it'll start burst mode, and it's counting down here. You can see it's already at 40 photos. This next one isn't super hidden, but it's pretty easy to miss, and that's this little arrow at the top in the middle. If you tap on that, it'll bring up a whole menu of things that you couldn't see before, and you can turn on and off the flash. You can turn on and off live video mode. You can set custom photo presets or even create your own photo preset right here, though I typically just leave this on standard. You can adjust the aspect ratio to be square or 16:9. And this is another one I recommend always leaving it at 4:3 because this takes advantage of the entire camera sensor. You can adjust the exposure. And you can set a photo timer so it'll count down and then take a photo after 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or 10 seconds. Now if you go and turn on live photo, it doesn't really look like anything's changed, and if you take a picture, you still can't tell that anything happened. But if you go over to your photos library, and I've already pulled up a photo here that I took with live photo turned on, you now have this little option up here on the top left that says live photo. And if you tap on that, it gives you all of these really cool options. Now, a live photo is actually a short video, but it will appear as just a still image in your photos library until you come up here and you turn on loop, which will start playing the video on loop. So it just looks like one continuous video, or you can choose from these other options, which is bounce. This plays the video forwards and then in reverse and just keeps doing that. And then the coolest one is long exposure. Right here, it will actually turn your photo into a long exposure. So here's before, this is the original photo, and then here's after, once it's been turned into a long exposure. One quick tip if you are wanting to use your live photo as a long exposure, do try to hold your phone as still as possible while you take that photo to get the best results, just like if you were taking a long exposure with a professional camera. Now, this last feature is so hidden that it's not even in the camera app. There's no access to it. What you actually have to do is go to your normal phone settings, and then down here, you'll find camera, click on that, and now you have all of these settings that you didn't have access to in the camera app. So I'm not gonna go through all of these, but for example, in here, you can change the format of your photos. You could choose whether or not you want to have 12 megapixel photos or 24 megapixel photos if you're on an iPhone 16 Pro. If you want to shoot in RAW. Anyway, these usually have descriptions underneath all of them, so you can read those for yourself. And I would recommend just going through this entire list, clicking on everything and seeing what these different options do and decide what's going to be the best setup for your camera app. If this was helpful, make sure to subscribe. You can go watch some more of my videos over here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.